for the victory lap though. Whoa, whoa, they ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I stress overcome, what for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and...
Welcome back to Where Gogsy Goes, and in part 2 we are finally removing the rest of this kitchen from the caravan, and it went quite smoothly, to be honest. If you remember, we had these pipes for the water, gas and electric running through the kitchen unit, so we managed to get hold of a saw, and now it's just a case of hacking through them, removing the rest of the units. The only issues that we did find was the removal of the gas pipes, and that became a little bit of an issue which I'll touch on shortly. But for now, sawing away was fairly straightforward. Cut through those holes and then remove the unit. However, be very, very, very careful of where you're sawing if you are doing this. Do not cut through any of the pipes or tubes, and make sure that you've disconnected any electrical current. In other words, isolate this area or switch off everything at your junction, at your power outlet. As I'm doing this, I was being very, very careful not to ram the saw into the walls of the caravan, because we want to keep the walls as intact as possible. We don't want to incur any extra costs, because like anything, pennies make pounds, and pounds can be expensive. So yes, be very careful. And that's what we were doing. We were being as gentle as possible. If we needed to use a bit of force, we'd use a bit of force. For this next stage, it was we were at a position where I thought I'd remove these gas pipes, but it did become a bit of a drama, because as you can see here, they're not necessarily rusted, they're just old. Like, these pipes are 31 years old, and you can tell that they would be quite difficult to get off, and they were. It took a few attempts to try and get that off, but we failed. So then we decided, okay, let's change the tack, let's remove the shelves, remove anything above it, so that we can get a better access. Once we've got better access, then we can attempt again at getting rid of those gas pipes, because they were a flaming nuisance. But as for the woodwork of the cabinet or the kitchen unit, it was fairly easy to get out. It's just find what you want to cut out and get rid of it. I mean, we'll recycle all of this material. We're not going to just chuck it into a skip and leave it. It will all get recycled. Generally, this cabinet was it was slightly harder to get out than what I thought it would be. I thought it would be a pretty quick fix, maybe cut a little bit off, take some screws out, and then remove it. But it turned out to be slightly longer of a job than what we originally planned, and that's totally fine. Just add on a little bit of time, bingo bango, it's out. My eldest decided that he wanted to help out at this stage, so we let him have a bash. He's not brand new to taking screws out. We do let him have a go at some jobs around the house, and I feel like it's quite important that the children are involved in this journey as we renovate this caravan, and teaching him how to use tools. So we let him have a go on the flathead screwdriver, and now he's using the drill. And I believe that it's a personal achievement to be able to do something like that as such a young boy. And I think it's great. It's a life lesson, and he'll forever remember that when he was taking out this unit, he was helping do the electrics. He was learning stuff, and then when he sees the new unit in and he sees the caravan all renovated, he'll be like, I helped out with that. So yeah, the electrics was off, success, and the rest of this unit goes out finally. So that's all of the kitchen unit out. The only thing to do now was tidy up the pipe work, the electrics, but the main thing was getting rid of this sodding gas pipe, and we were having a little bit of a gentle debate about which nut and screw to pull off, and I attempted to get off all of them, but none of them would move. If we took off the bottom one, which would expose the pipes, if you had gas connected to it, it would just leak out. If we were to do that and connect a gas pipe, we would make sure that we'd have a valve on the top to stop it. But the easiest thing to get off here was, to attempt the easiest bit was to get off the connection to the bottom of the Caravan, or the pipe that connects through the bottom of the Caravan, but it was a complete no-go. And here is what stage we're at now. We will come back to the gas pipes. We'll reassess what we need to do. It might even get a grinder to it and then seal the gas at the top. I mean, we don't need that anymore. We're not going to be using gas through this pipe. It's obsolete. However, we do need to sort it out, which won't be an issue. It just needs a little bit more time. And thanks for watching, guys.